damage.
Time just keeps on ticking. Ticking ever closer to those playoffs for the 2026 season of TFO. I am Clayton Willis, a.k.a. Rusty Shackelford, and tonight on TFO Sunday Night TECMO, we got a game. I'm betting it'll probably be a good one at this point because there's something about TFO Sunday Night TECMO that brings the good games. The Southside Gargoyles are taking on the Wild Hogs, and currently I can't think of where they're at in any of their standings, but it's Sunday night. It's got to be a good game, right? We'll see about that. We'll break down the divisions first of all, so that we know where we're at going into all the action, and then we will recap all of the action in the TFO Sunday Night Recap right after these important messages.
In honor of the only undefeated team in TFO history, Bot International brings you Perfection. This exclusive fragrance extracted from the nut and labial sweat of the seven. Perfection. Permeates a scent that will let everyone know exactly how perfect you are. Perfection. Is bottled by the finest children slaves money can buy, handpicked by their TFO owner Bobby. The child slaves get a full 5 minutes of artificial sunshine a day to ensure their bones don't become brittle from their repetitive, highly tedious work. As perfection seeps into your cavernous pores, you'll feel confident, courageous, and empowered like never before. Asking out the cashier at the Lane Bryant store. Perfection. Nailing the presentation for your big promotion. Perfection. Never prematurely ejaculating again. Perfection. Like Homelander and Bobby, there are no limits to what this cologne will do. With perfection on your skin and the world's scrotum in your teeth, you too can achieve greatness. Find perfection exclusively at Bot's Epstein Island Gift Shop. Congratulations on all your success. You smell terrific.
Hey, I'm the reigning TFO champion. If you want to screw over guys like Chris McLeese and Ryan Cox, then I can help you. Even if you got a shitty team like the Raiders All-Stars. Professionally crafted, with a bunch of losers' insides. Let's face it, not all the money in the casino is there for you to win. You can't get the best hands there all the time, even if you're counting cards or bribing the pit boss. It's about winning. That's what you need to do. Luck potion number 7. It'll take you from a beginner to a winner. Crisp suit, fat wallet, and a huge luck stack. Games pretty much just win themselves for you. You don't even have to pay off the garage. I used to play conservative and only do what the book said, but now I'm splitting tens. Yeah, just make you butthurt. Completely different TFL player. You can't even lose in the playoffs, not possible. Don't even bother messing with your app. I'm a 2-time TFL champion. Thanks to luck potion number 7. I don't even know where these checks come from. Hey, hit the Powerball. Second time this year. Luck potion number 7. Get as lucky as Frank does for once.
Here it is, week 12 already. It's coming ever closer to the end of this season. We've only got, 5 more weeks total? Including this one. No. Not including this one. I don't know what I'm thinking. But where are we at? You know, like who's in the lead of their division, who's already pretty much basically eliminated from the playoffs. There's quite a few of those. Only one person actually clinched so far. But there's somewhere we got a pretty good damn idea of what's going to happen here. So, without further ado, we'll go ahead and take a look at our first division here, which is the Mad Dog Snap division. Here it is. Hertz Donut at 8-2, Vought International at 7-3. So one of these is going to win. One of these is going to more than likely still make the playoffs, and Greek Legends are out. So we'll move it right along here to the Mad Dog Crackle division, where it's a little more clear cut, and the NES Doodads are on top. They're going to win the division here. There's not really anything going to happen to stop that. I mean, it would have to be the NES Doodads would have to lose a bunch of games, and Seattle Sound would have to go, undefeated the rest of the season. And neither one of those things is probably going to happen. So, Doodads winning their division in the playoffs. I don't think Seattle Sound has a shot in hell of getting into the playoffs either. So, we're going to move it on to the Mad Dog Pop division, where the Lord of the Rings and All Elite Wrestling are pretty close here. This could go either way. I do think whoever does not win this division might not. They might be in the argument for the other playoff spot, but I think there's other teams with better records going to be looking for that. Hell, Mad Dog Snap had you had a 9-1 there and a 7-3 in second place. 7-3's got first place here, so it's going to be tough to get into playoffs if you don't win this division. So that's going to be a real important race to keep track of there. Moving it along now to the Mad Max. And then the Snap division, the Logs are 8-2, Letterkenny Irish are 7-3, so they're going to fight it out for that first place there, for that definite playoff spot. Whoever gets second here may get another one. There may be a second team here that goes from there. And again, another 7-3 team, so the second place from that last division we were looking at, the Mad Dog Pop there, probably not going to make it. All right. Moving it along, though, Mad Max Crackle has the Utah Bees at 7-3 on top. They look pretty comfortable up there. I wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibility for JDF to come up and sneak that away, but that's going to be their only chance for getting into the playoffs at 5-5 there. They're going to need to get some help, hope that Utah loses, and they're going to need to get some wins. Moving it on to the Mad Max Pop division. The Wolfpack has this division wrapped up, and it's not even a question about it. In fact, it's official. They've got the little star up there. It's theirs. They've won. They are the Mad Max Pop champions. And they will be going to the playoffs, and neither of these other teams will be. So we're going to go ahead and get out of the mad and look at the bad. We're going to start with the Bad Guy Snap division, where the Mighty Ducks are also firmly in charge of this division. There's not going to be much that's going to happen to change that. Again, it would have to be a miracle for Soccer World to come up and steal this division, and that's going to be their only chance of the playoffs, and they don't have a chance of that. So, Mighty Ducks, congratulations for your playoff spot, even though it's not officially clinched yet. We're giving it to you. Okay. Bad Guy Crackle. And this one, yeah, I'm going to give it the same thing. Wild Hogs have already got this. This is their division. Venture Yeah, you're not going to do it. You're not going to be able to get enough help. They're not going to lose enough games for you to come up and perform well to steal this division away, and you're not making the playoffs. So, moving along, we will go to the bad guy pop division, where the millionaire scumbags and the Second Amendments are literally in a dead heat to determine who's going to win this division. They're both 7-3. Point differential is fairly close. Let's see if we can do some quick math here. 270, 213, that's going to be a 57-point swing. So then let's see here. We got essentially 260 up to 340, 53. So you got a 52 or 54 point differential. So it's actually really close there, 54 to 57. Like that's we're going to have to keep an eye on what's going to happen here. Second place in this division has a very, very good shot making those playoffs still. So we'll move it along to the bad ass, and then the snap division we'll see 80s Toys at 9-1. God damn it. Yeah, TV dads are out of the playoffs. That sucks. We're going to have to do something about that next season because this is ridiculous. Should have had at least as good a defense as these 80s Toys, and but no. It's ridiculous. Anyways, Toys, congratulations on your division here. And we'll make it official some point later on down the line. All right, Badass Crackle, 7-3 on top, 6-4 in second place, 5-5 in third. Honestly, this division could still end up for the studs. They'd have to get pretty lucky about that. Video Game Clearance, though, has a better chance of it. Can't give this one away yet. And then second place here could possibly come into the argument for playoffs. Not 100% on that, though. No, I mean, they're going to come into it 7-3, 6-4. I didn't see too many 7-3 teams along the way here, so that's a pretty good chance. Lastly, the Badass Pop division has the Marvel Mutants on top. Stallions and Yacht Rock and Rap just ain't doing nothing about it. So congratulations, John Mann, on your division win. Once again, we will make it official further down the line. Now, that puts us in place to know what's going to happen for Week 12, or at least what going into Week 12. So next, we're going to recap the week's action, except for this last Sunday night game, after these messages.
Straight from the sun-drenched fields of the Baja, it's Jesse Ventura's chewing tobacco. Grown with care and cultivated under the Baja sun, Jesse Ventura's chewing tobacco boasts a sweet, smoky flavor that'll leave you craving more. Experience the rugged essence of true manliness with every chew. Feel the rush of superiority as you indulge in the rich tradition of chewing tobacco. Whether you're out on the ranch with your dogs or kicking back with friends, Jesse Ventura's chewing tobacco is the clear choice for those moments of pure, unadulterated manliness. Jesse Ventura's chewing tobacco. It'll make you a sexual tyrannosaurus, just like me.
Howdy folks, this is Jack Stratton. Have you ever jerked off into a half-full can of PBR, filled it up with Busch Light, then served it to your grandma? That depravity is exactly what your taste buds will experience when you try John Baylog's Shit Cakes. This season's new secret recipe has been brewed with you in mind. It will hit your mouth like a 5-gun commercial coke-raped a Skrillex mosh pit, and it will go down easier than a $3 junkie. So run to your nearest Crackle Barrel instantly and get the new batch of John Baylog Shitcakes.
All right. So we know several of the divisions are still in play. So we got to find out what happened this week to lock up or further put out of reach any of these divisions with the TFO Sunday night recap. So, whenever you're ready, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Go ahead and hit the music. All right, it is those lower decks taking on the 80s toys, and this 5-yard pass would go to TECMO Bowl from Optimus Prime, and that's all the toys would need to wrap up this lower decks. So lower decks losing there, that's going to hurt their divisional race there. Next, Yacht Rock and Rap taking on video game clearance. Rock and Rap not in any kind of play for the playoffs. Clearance really trying to make a play for it, though, so this 61-yard touchdown run by GCE Vectrex to put them in the lead here, and that would put it out of reach. Yeah, Clearance take this one 49-14. Next up, we have the Precious Studs taking on the Marvel Mutants. Mutants haven't already wrapped up their division. Might have been resting some players. Who knows? But the Precious Studs are going to take advantage of it here. Crescent Moon catches a 9-yard touchdown from Brown Brilliant, and that puts them on top of the Mutants. Final score 45-35. Next, the OP Lorcana Guards taking on the Mighty Ducks. Ducks pretty much with their division wrapped up, but they're going to keep the hammer down. This 1-yard touchdown by Charlie Conway finishes off the OP Lorcana Guards. Final score 38-28. Next, Gabo Clan taking on Venture Industries. Gabo Clan has no shot at the playoffs, but don't tell them that because they are finally getting a highlight here on Sunday Night TECMO. A 65-yard touchdown pass to Corbel Brindmore from Tungledunger. What a bunch of names. But they get their first win. Gabo Clan took out Venture Industries 27-14. Next, the Munchin Mascots taking on Hertz Donut. Hertz Donut just looking to accentuate their divisional clinching here. Anyways, this pass goes to Boston Cream from Blaze Donut. 42-28, your final score. Hertz Donut wins. Legends of the Ring, Lords of the Rings taking on the Greek Legends. Almost did a mashup again there. But Gandalf going ahead and taking it to the house himself, and the Lords of the Rings further try to get on top of their division. Final score of 14-9 here. Next, the Sunday Knights will take on the License to Kill. Neither one of these teams have a playoff shot, so this game at all didn't really matter. So Ford F-150 decided to show the fuck off. 75-yard touchdown run by Ford F-150, and the Knights smash those 007 teams down 49-27. And a couple other teams that really aren't going to factor up in the playoffs. TV Dad's taking on the Italian Stallions. Mike Brady for an injured Tim Taylor there. Is going to fumble the ball over to Thunderlips. And Thunderlips takes it to the house for 6. And there it is. The TV Dads can't get it done. 31-23 Stallions over the Dads. Next, we've got the Logs taking on the formerly undefeated Wolfpack. And the Logs got a 3-point bonus from Lonnie Loggy from 35 yards out, and that puts them up over the Wolfpack. Wolfpack on a slump now, 30-14. Logs beat them. Next, we've got Vought International taking on JDF. JDF looking to get some much needed wins here. But Homelander gets a 42-yard touchdown run here to put them up by 8. or 7 after the extra point there, excuse me. So JDF would go to work, and they'd block a punt, which would set up this 1-yard touchdown run by the evil Green Ranger. So that would tie him up here, but the Homelander wouldn't done. Homelander from 11 yards out is going to punch this one in 2, right through anybody that gets in his way. And that would be the nail in the coffin for JDF this week. Vaught International takes him down 35-28. Next, it is the Reading Rambos taking on the NES Doodads, and this 2-yard run by LeVar Burton would bring them pretty close to tying up the game here. Bring them within a score. So they'd go for the onside kick, and they'd get a hell of a bounce here. Came right back to them. So that would set up this 59-yard touchdown pass to Page Turner from John Rambo. Boom, right in there. 6 the easy way, they say. So that would put them in the lead actually there, but those NES Doodads, even with the massive blitz, Game Genie finds his absolute favorite target. They could be the highest scoring duo in the league this year. I'm not 100% certain on stats, but I know that touchdown puts them over the Reading Rambos. Doodads win 49-44. Next, it's the Demon Tap Gamers versus the Utah Bees. I know a couple of the Utah Bees are doing what they can to stay on top of their division, and they're going to help their chance by with a 48-yard touchdown pass to Wisdom B1 from Johnny Meanplex. Good point after would put them up by 4 points. But the ensuing kickoff, Tomcat is just going to take it and rip it. He doesn't care who's going to try to stop him because he doesn't stop. 10-5 touchdown for Tomcat. 97 yards on the kickoff return for touchdown. However, the Utah Bees and Johnny Meanplex didn't give a fuck about any of that. They got a 5-yard touchdown, and they got it last. Final score here, 31-28, Bees over the Gamers. So, you've got the Brouhaha Monkeys, who are completely dog shit. You've got the Letterkenny Irish, a former championship team. This shouldn't have been as close as it was, but this 36-yard field goal by Mel Thagel put the Brouhaha Monkeys in the lead. So Joint Boy had to get super stoned, come out, and kick a 29-yard field goal to put the Irish back over the Monkeys, 17-16. Next, All Elite Wrestling taking on the Seattle Sound. And All Elite on a good drive here with the lead. Oh, intercepted, though, so that lets Chris Cornell find some pay dirt with the help of his buddy Eddie Vedder. 5 yards out on that touchdown. And those grunge rockers were connected. So, after a couple of 3-and-outs, Tom Petty would also catch a pass from Eddie Vedder into the end zone. 14 unanswered points. And that's the game. Seattle Sound beat All Elite Wrestling 28-24. Next, we've got Soccer World taking on the Millionaire Scumbags. And this 25-yard touchdown run by some guy called Senile Joe. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of senile millionaire scumbags named Joe. But this one got 6 points on this run. But, hey, Soccer World not to give it up. 1 yard after a successful drive down the field here. Kylian Mbappe punches it right in. But here we go. They're going to get, oh no, fumble, and that means Soccer World's going to, no! That means Tekashi 6'9" snitched on somebody so he could get that ball, and he took it all the way down the field for 6 points. Millionaire Scumbags beat Soccer World 35-28. And that brings us to our last game of the recap. The Second Amendment's taking on the Chicago Drunkards. So, already down by more than a touchdown. Barrett 50 cal takes it in from 31 yards out himself. Says, fuck this, I'm just going right in. Drunkards not to be undone, though. They'd go ahead and extend their lead by 3 points with this 35-yard field goal by Kevin Butthead. But Barrett wasn't done. The 50 cal would find AK-74 in the middle of the field here, and he'd fire a pass off. And 74 was off to the races. The 30, the 20, the 10, 5, and touchdown. AK-74 with 6 points puts the amendments over the Drunkards with a final score of 27-24. God damn, I'm hungry. You know what? I'm going to go eat at the Federal at some point here, sometime soon. They got the best food. And when I'm in town, they'll make their wings for me. They don't have wings for you guys. You go in and ask for wings, they're going to tell you to get fucked. Like, I go in there, hey, we got your wings, buddy. It's great. All right. So, after this last short commercial break, guess what? It's time for the game.
Do you want to travel in style? Enjoy hotels usually reserved for high rollers? Dine at the most exquisite Brazilian steakhouses? Then try TECMO Blood Money.
Hi, I'm the Measuring Stick, Mike Petrosic. You may know me as a former TOL champion, as well as the current and only two-time TFO champion. To the victor, go the spoils, but also the expenses. Due to my numerous public appearance requests, I've incurred a lot of traveling expenses. To help offset those costs, I've discovered TECMO Blood Money.
Thanks to advancements in medical technology, along with the cooperation of the Chinese government, owners can now sell their bodies to help raise funds to travel to various TECMO events. Owners can donate their plasma at various locations, up to 2 times a week, for up to $150 a week. It's a quick and easy way to raise money to travel to Columbus for the annual TFO Championship and watch me dominate year in and year out.
So be like me, the Measuring Stick, and earn some TECMO Blood Money today.
All right. Last game of the week here in week 12, and it's about to go down. Yeah, so let's go down to the field. Harley Davidson is back. That's right, because everybody comes back when you're injured. Because why should you have to pay your backups if you're always going to have your? Man, they had a bunch of injuries. They would have been devastated this week if not for this stupid rule by the Raj. But here we go. Anyways. Coin toss here. Who gets the ball first? It's going to be the Southside Gargoyles. All right, so Ape Hangers going to kick it off here. One of the Pleer family. Brandon Pleer, an old co-worker of mine. This is obviously his team. So, back to pass is Marshall, who is incomplete. Double covered by, somebody was double covered there. So we're going to go with 2nd and 10. Handoff on the right side now. Gets to another Pleer. Or no, this is the same, might be the same Pleer. I can't remember. But they get the first down and more. They get way past midfield out to almost the 40-yard line. And we got Marshall, hands off to Pleer again. Short gain on that. 2nd and 9. Ooh. Answered right at the line of scrimmage that time for no gain. And And once again, just shut down immediately at the line of scrimmage. But the good option for the good opportunity for points on the board here still. And there it is. Hughes kicks. He sure does. He kicked it right through the uprights. All right, so we've got Heritage here returning a kick now from Eves Kicks. And we're going to see what Harley Davidson can do starting there just outside the 40-yard line, or inside. And that's a complete pass there for a first down. Ooh, blitz there, and A.J. Cannon gets in there for a sack. Loss of 5 on the play. All right, Harley Davidson with the fake handoff there. He's got a man open downfield. It's Panhead. Panhead's usually open downfield for this team. He's got a sixth sense for finding those holes in the secondary. Oh, like that one where he's just standing in the corner of the end zone. Luckily for the Gargoyles, somebody got over there in time to defend that pass. Another fake handoff. Oh, the old fake the handoff and throw it to him out of the backfield. Knucklehead gets in there for 6 points. All right, extra point to make it 7. There it is, 7-3, Wild Hogs. Ape Hanger gonna kick it off. Clear again. Not sure if this is actually Brandon or some other clear that we're seeing there, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. Or maybe not, because they appear to be just running the same play over and over. Doesn't seem to be working. Well, they tried a different play there, but that did not. Dro Pager. Droppiger. I don't know what that was, but they got a sack. And then, defense. Defense for these Wild Hogs really just shutting anything that the Gargoyles have down at all. They've had one good play the entire game, and then it's been loss. No gain, loss. Heritage with a punt return out across midfield now. So short field for Harley Davidson to take over for, or on. Oh, Tsunami Bronson gets in there and gets a sack. Loss of 9 yards for Harley on that one. Now back on their own side of the field. He decides to just take off himself. Doesn't make it to the original line of scrimmage, so we got a 3rd and 14 here. And that was a really good play, but it was only 10 yards. So that's not a first down. They're going to go for a long field goal here. Looks like being about 57 yards here. And it is wide left. No good for Ape Hanger. So we got Marshall in the backfield who just hangs on to the ball for quite a while till Iron Horse can get back there and give him a sack. Loss of 11 now in the shadow of their own end zone. They're going to hand it off, try to get some breathing room here. This is the same play that worked for them previously. Nearly worked for them this time. Nearly got all those yards and more back. For a 3rd and 1. Hey, they punch it across and get the first down. Okay. Moving the sticks. They're going to hand it off right up the middle again. Just get one, but one's not all they need this time. Handing it off to the right side, and a loss of 2 is going to make it 3rd and 11 this time. I tell you, these Gargoyles just don't seem to have very good luck on offense there. Yep, 6 yards on that gain where you needed 11 equals you got to kick that ball away. Back on the punt return again is Heritage. And this could be a game that looked like a blowout, but you know what? On defense, the Gargoyles seem to come alive sometimes, but not on this play because they left that guy wide fucking open. And he's going to get it into the end zone there. Shovelhead just managed to find that spot where nobody on the defense thought he would be ever. And then, but he was there. And Harley Davidson found him. And he got 6 points there. Kicking it off again to Clear, who gets it out just past the 30. Gargoyles, you really need to do something on this drive, or this is in danger of being a Sunday night snoozer. And off to the right side, gain of 4. Marshall hands it off to Clear, who gets a lot of room. Okay, they get it out to the 30-yard line. They're back within field goal range now, so they could kick another one of those, but that ain't going to help them out too much. They need a touchdown here, so they're going to need to look the other way. They've got Keys running out on the the left side this time. He gets the first down there. Under 30 seconds to go in this first half here. They're going to try to run it up the middle. Time running out here. I believe they are going to go for the field goal now. No block. Through the uprights and good. 6-14. Eves Kicks responsible for all of the Gargoyles points up to here. Heritage on this kickoff return is going to see if he can do something impressive, but no, he just good return, but that's the end of the first half with the Gargoyles down 14-6. That's a rough place to be for them because they haven't really managed to do a lot offensively either. The defense of the Wild Hogs is just stiff and penetrating like a penis. Harley Davidson under center. Looks downfield and finds Evo. I doubt that is. I don't know what an Evo is. I don't know. Panhead, shovelhead, I understood. Oh, we've got a fumble. Harley Davidson dropped the ball. And, okay. Hey, I told you we were going to have a game and it would not be a snooze fest. Gargoyles making it happen now. Keys on the left side. Is that Royce Keys, maybe? Royce Keys? I'm a big fan of that big fucker. I don't know. This isn't a wrestling team, so I doubt it's Royce Keys. But we've got a player getting a first down on the right side there. Ain't broke, don't fix it. Try that play again. They got 8 yards out of it, so that's pretty good. Back at the shotgun now. Marshall looks downfield and checks down to Clear on the left there in the flat. He gets it inside the 20. They're in the red zone now. They're threatening to score. More than just 3 points, too. They're looking to get a touchdown here. Not going to happen that way with a loss of 1, though. Oh, there we go. There's the play they like on the right side. You got 5 on that one. You got 3rd and 6. You can still get a first down inside the 5-yard line here. And it looks like they do. Royce Keys getting the first down there. 1st and goal at the 5. So they're going to have a few chances to punch it in here. They get down to the 1 on that one. Second down and 1 to go. Oh, nearly got it on that right side. 3rd down, lost a yard there, but they're going to try it on the left side with Royce Keys, and he's going to punch it in there. We'll find out who this is. Hey, I was right. It is Royce Keys. Fuck yeah. Things things always are, you know what? I knew it was Royce Keys the whole time. I don't know why I was playing along there. I knew it was Royce Keys. I know everything about all these teams, including who that player is, but I'm not going to tell you until he gets his name on the screen. Heritage with a hell of a kickoff return here, way inside the 30-yard line there. The Wild Hogs looking to squash this comeback of the Gargoyles, but the Gargoyles said, hey, we're gonna do what we can here. Into the backfield for a sack, and then pressure forces an incomplete pass there, so we've got 3rd and long for these Wild Hogs here. Nearly another sack, but instead he finds Panhead way downfield for a touchdown. So already up by 7. The extra point will make it a 2-score game. Oh, they get in there. That's blocked. So they're going to keep it to where they can tie it up. Okay, Gargoyles really, really want to compete in this second half here, and they're doing it. Pleer taking it off the kickoff here. He's juking and jiving a few folks there. All right, we're entering the 4th quarter. Gargoyles take over at the 40-yard line. Going to hand it off to the right side to Pleer. Their best play. Gained some 9 yards on that attempt. Run it up the middle. You got to keep them honest. You got to keep them honest. He thought they were going to get the first down just to punch it forward there. They got one more to go. Oh, toss to the left side. Royce Keys has the first down and more. Ooh, he broke that tackle but stepped out of bounds. He could have kept going there, but damn. Ooh, big rush on that one. Loss of 2 on the play. Marshall under center again, but he's going to drop back and look downfield for somebody. He's got someone open right in the middle of the field there. But he goes to the bottom of the field. Is that David Boston? George Boston. Okay, fair enough. George Boston with 6 points there puts the Gargoyles in a primo opportunity to tie it up with this extra point. There's a rush in the backfield. It is not blocked, and it is good. We have a tie game in the 4th quarter here. Oh, man, what's going to happen? Woo! I told you we'd have a game here, ladies and gentlemen. It threatened to be a snoozer for a minute there. The Gargoyles said no. All right, Harley Davidson faking the handoff. He looks in the middle of the field. He's got Panhead open, and he gets it past midfield for a first down. Under center now. Harley Davidson looks to hand off again. No, he fakes the handoff. Evades a defender and connects with Panhead just past the TECMO Dust logo. He's brought down right there, though, so that's another first down. Under center. Harley Davidson drops back, looks for Evo in the middle of the field. And he evades quite a few tackles there. He gets it down to the 5. First and goal at the 5-yard line here. Ooh, fake. I don't know if that was a fake handoff or a real handoff. Either way, it didn't work out. Second down now. They lost 5 yards on that play. So they're looking to gain it all back here. And they do. Evo with a touchdown in the middle of the end zone there. So we come down to an extra point, which could matter. Not blocked. And it's good. Okay, so the best they can do is tie it up with, what do we got? Under 2 minutes left to go in this game. Clear. Gets it out past the 25, so they got less than a minute 30 to get down there and tie this game up. Oh, that's going to hurt him. That's going to hurt him. Steel Horse with a sack for a loss of 7. So under center, Marshall's going to fake that handoff. He's going to look downfield. He's got an open receiver up top. It's Pleer, and he evades a double tackle there. Oh, just to get brought down right on the TECMO dust. We've got less than a minute left in the game, though, folks. What's going to go down here? In the shotgun now. Marshall takes the snap. Oh, we've got open men all over the place. Inside the 20 now are the Gargoyles. 31 seconds left in this game. Taking their last time out, the Gargoyles put Marshall back under center. No, they don't fake the handoff. They're going to go with the run to the right side, and it's a touchdown! Oh, my God, Avery Pleer. I knew it. It was Avery the whole time. Here's the important extra point, though. It's up. Oh, off the upright and good. It gave me a heart of palpitation there. But they're going to kick it off here. Heritage to receive this kickoff. See what he's going to do. He's going to break a tackle there. It could. Okay. I thought it might have come down to a kickoff return, but instead we go to overtime. I think it's only the second overtime in Sunday night tonight this season. All right, so winning the toss are the Gargoyles. So we're going to see what they can do with it. Avery Pleer gets it past the 30-yard line. So under center, Marshall's going to fake the hand. Nope, he hands it off, and they get tackled up for a loss of 2. Handoff to the right side now. That sweep play works quite often. But got swallowed up there. They got about 4 yards on it, I think maybe 5. But 3rd and 7, not what they wanted to see. But that, Royce Keys is what they wanted to see break loose, and that he got inside the 30 there. They could go for it here. They're going to keep going. They're going to try for a touchdown. They don't want to win it with a field goal. They want it in the end zone. They're going to go for it. Marshall, under center, tosses it to Keys. Royce Keys gets it just outside the 20-yard line to the 22. Marshall going to hand off to Avery Pleer, who gets it to the 24th down. They're going to go for the field goal. Is this it, ladies and gentlemen? Are the Gargoyles going to finish this miraculous comeback? Yes! The Southside Gargoyles, and Eves kicks with the first 6 points in the last 3. Oh, what a game. Brandon Pleer with 1 catch for 45 yards. Avery Pleer, the star of this game, though. Woo! I tell you, I didn't know where that was going to go, but it went the way it went. Well, you can all go fuck yourself, but from all of us here at TFO, we'll see you next TECMO. Woo!